I'm Renee.
And I'm Anthony, and we are the voices, healers, and channelers behind Blue Soul Earth. We connect to higher levels of consciousness to bring forth divine energies, to heal and to teach ancient wisdom.
These energies that we access from higher dimensions largely consist of the ascended masters that humanity across cultures knows really well. They are many, but they speak collectively as one voice. And for simplicity's sake, we call them our spirit team.
How we channel as a couple is very unique. The energies we channel come down through Renee's crown chakra, through her solar plexus, into my solar plexus, and then back up through my crown chakra, and it forms a three-dimensional triangle that's used to heal and to teach.
These energies flow through us a bit like an infinity 8. The symbolism behind why and how this happens is actually pretty profound.
It's actually accessing divine feminine and divine masculine energies, weaving them together to form one energy to heal and to teach.
We will be channeling different topics in roughly 10 to 15 minute segments that will be part of our Blue Soul Wisdom series.
So if you're just starting out on your spiritual journey,
or if you'd like to access higher levels of consciousness,
or you'd like to take your healing practice to the next level,
then join us.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Anthony.
And I'm Renee, and we're here today to talk about the field of consciousness and our awareness of that consciousness and how it pertains to the ability to heal within that field. This concept isn't new, and we're going to be reading excerpts from Lynn McTaggart's The Field to bring our guides through to see what they have to say about the field in which we live and how our consciousness affects all things. Speaking of consciousness, as Anthony's consciousness shifts into other dimensions to connect to our guides, I'm going to read just a little bit from Lynn's book. In studies of longevity, those people who live the longest are often not only those who believe in a higher spiritual being, but also those who have a strong sense of community as well, and a strong sense of belonging to that community. It might just mean that the intention of the healer was as important as his or her medicine. So that's what we're going to talk about. The modus operandi of her healer suggested that the most outlandish idea of all, that consciousness, individual or otherwise, doesn't die. Now, again, this isn't a new concept, and the book is far from new.
It is always an honor and privilege to be in your presence, Gaia.
Hi guys, nice to see you. So we are here to talk about the field of consciousness around our body and how doctors have been using this field and the power of intention and thought for a long time to assist with healing. It's certainly not a new thing, and yet it's still not widely accepted by society. How do you change people's inclinations to still accept the status quo of what was in an old paradigm, despite thousands of studies that say to the contrary?
You want to change the minds of your doctors and your healers.
And the patients as well, because it's important that that belief system, that it can be shifted, happens on both the side of the healer as well as those being healed.
The first thing you must do is you have to accept that you are spirit first and body second. That you are consciousness first and body second. Until you do that, you will still think in the old paradigms. Your doctors do incredible things with their medicines, and they're able now to operate at the nano level. However, they could go so much further if they simply connected a little bit of spirituality to it. But we are telling you this, it's happening. It's happening now more so than ever before, not just in your country, but all over the world.
How can people get better acquainted with quantum thinking and tapping into all that is?
Now you just said this, that you don't live in a quantum field of consciousness.
We do, we just don't believe that we do.
Exactly. You do live in a quantum field of consciousness. You just don't know it. That's the problem. You have to understand that you live in a quantum field of consciousness so that you can connect to it. What is your question? How to connect to this quantum field? We told you before and we will tell you again. It's very simple. You just simply be with those that are in the field. Be with those that are already connected to the field. If you want to become better at something, be with those that are better than you at doing what it is that you wish to do. You practice it. It's that simple. It's your choice. You have free will. We don't tell you what you must do. We simply nudge you into a direction that would be beneficial for you.
What if people are open to it, but they're still bogged down by thinking and their brain and their mind trying to overanalyze, am I doing it correctly?
But that's okay to overanalyze it in the beginning. That is in the beginning stages. After a while, one simply becomes. One simply surrenders the body, the mind, the spirit. Once you fully have surrendered everything that there is to surrender, then you will connect with source energy. You will connect to your higher consciousness, and you will connect to higher light beings and of higher consciousness as well. But you must surrender. That is one of the most difficult things for human beings to do. Nobody wants to surrender.
They see it as weakness.
They do see it as weakness. What they don't understand, that it is the opposite of weakness. It is actually love itself. Surrendering means that you surrender all that you are and you become all or one with all that is.
How does this pertain to healing?
To healing, yes. Upon surrendering yourself, you connect to source energy. You can call it God, Goddess. You can call it universal consciousness. Once you allow yourself to connect to this source energy and these light beings, and you allow them then to work through you, in that way you can start manipulating the energy in your own field to heal yourself. When you allow yourself to manipulate this energy in your own field, you heal yourself, then you can practice on others as well. By changing the energy fields of the person on whom you are working, that is how you heal. You are changing that person's energy field, literally. By changing the energy field, you are changing the cellular structures and the DNA as well.
Once they're in this higher vibrational field, they can use that energy and that access to these higher frequencies in which to heal themselves.
Of course. Why wouldn't you want to be connected to spirit, to the higher frequencies? When you are not connected, you are only 50%. Why not go to 100% of who you truly are? But there are people who don't want to do that.
Or they don't understand it, or they don't believe that it's possible, or because they don't see, feel, and taste it using our physical senses, there's a disbelief that it's actually there.
Of course it is. They believe that is nothing more than hocus pocus. But that is okay because that is their soul's journey. You can't change the soul's journey if it doesn't wish to be changed. It's that simple. Those who listen to this message now desire a change in their lives. So they are listening to what we are saying, what you are saying, and what we are saying through Anthony at this very time. They desire a change. change. They desire an ability to heal themselves and heal others as well. This is where we come through you to help you make that change. We can't do it without you. That is why we are here with you. And with that, we will leave.
Okay.
Take leave.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
So our guides are going to leave now, but thanks so much for joining us today to talk about the quantum field. The field that Lynn wrote about so many years ago is now as relevant as it ever was. We just have to shift the consciousness.
Thank you for joining us. We look forward to meeting with you again.
Yay, Anthony's back. So
Yes.
Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.